Did you guys catch the PC gaming show? I did. So let's talk about it. I'm going to be going over the PC Gaming Show wrap-up. It is its 6th annual event. They do these every year. They've been doing them for a while now. 6 times. They started it off by showing a brand new documentary about gamers taking it to the next level elite gamers, the struggling gamers, disability gamers, the cosplayers, and more. The actual trailer of the documentary, it looked good. And that was all to say about that. Then a funny robot trailer was shown, and the robot was a segment throughout the whole entire show. They did some memes, and it was kind of funny, and they tried to bring some humor to it, and I actually did like it. They also addressed the ongoing situation that you guys probably already know about in America, and then they made a bundle that you guys can get, and because of the situation, you're free to give what you want for that bundle. More funniness with the DevBot, and then finally the games were shown. Valheim was shown as its first Viking RPG, where you can go out and you're a Viking and you're just gonna conquer and take what's yours as all Viking, because you know, you're a Viking, bro. Be strong. Then there was a creature capturing battle dance video game called the Oblets. It was shown right after, and it actually looked pretty funny and fun. Not really much to say about it. Check it out. It's Oblets. I'm going to give you guys the wrap up in a rapid fire because there's a lot here to go on in this list, so let's keep it going. Torchlight 3 was featured right after, and after that, the game dropped on early access on Steam, so you can all go pick it up right now. They did have a dev interview, and more was learned about the game. Torchlight is a RPG action battle series like Diablo, except more cartoony, and a lot of customization, a lot of items, and a lot of replayability there. Just go to Steam. It's on early access. Will it come to consoles? They didn't say yet. Back to space we go with an Elite Dangerous Odyssey, followed by a dev interview, and the game doesn't come out till 2021. And Elite Dangerous Odyssey actually looked okay. I'm not going to say it looked phenomenal, and I'm not going to say it looked like trash. It just was an okay showing. Some glitches happened, and the host took over the stream to announce Persona 4 Golden is now on Steam. Chat went nuts. They liked it. It was Persona 4 Golden. Persona is an incredible series. It's a very anime RPG game, and I highly recommend going to check it out. In Sound Mind was introduced as a PS5 Xbox Series X horror adventure game. And it looked like a first-person Silent Hill is how I kind of like compared it with first impressions. It looked great. It was filled with some dark, twisted atmosphere, and it looked just very nice type of vibes I got from it. Some kind of ship floating game, and it looked just like why. I don't know why, but it was called Airborne Kingdom, and it's coming out this fall, and that ain't it, dog. Drawheim Co-op RTS was slapped on screen with a demo live on Steam right now. Not really interested in this one, but to each its own. It's very Clash of Clans like. And then New Blood Interactive just exploded all over the stream, coming out with a bunch of games. There's like 6 of them. There's a Medieval, Dusk, Unfortunate Spaceman, and actually that game is free to play, Maximum Action, and Faith. Archer Kill is a new retro shooter, and Gloomwood is nothing but a spooky FPS like Thief. And Retro Shock is another new game that they're also swindling out with entertainment. And there's just a lot going on for New Blood Interactive. The dev stole the show with some attitude and charisma when he had his interview, and their personality is on point. So 100 points for the New Blood Entertainment. Go check out their games. I mean, there's 6 of them or 7 of them. There's a lot of them. After that, Humankind came out. And it was a game about creating a community-driven video game where everyone helps create the game. It was actually very interesting, and that idea in general sounds very interesting on paper. And then I saw the gameplay, and I wasn't interested anymore. Sorry, but not sorry. That's just the truths. Okay. After that, we had a incredible space adventure survivor game called Inserious. It looked like Ark combined with 7 Days to Live, created by the devs of DayZ. They had an interview right after the showcase, and he's kind of described it as DayZ meets Minecraft. It looked very interesting, and it's and it had a nice showing. And they also gonna go with, they compared it with the Path of Exile type of gaming model, so it's gonna be free to play, and it's aimed to be released sometime next year. So look out for Incarius. I think I'm pronouncing the name wrong, but look it up. Evil Genius 2 World Domination was shown, and I'm not really big on these type of games. However, this one, just like kind of like Hospital Point, caught my attention. Aims just because of the principle of creating an evil lair full of your own villains and dynamic duos to, guess what, take over the world. It's also bonus points because of the art style that I am a fan of. I like cel shaded, very bright, vibrant games, and this one pulls it off quite nicely. Godfall had some more shine with the game director giving more into the game. I'm also excited for this game. I just hope that there's cross progression and cross play from PC to PS5 and vice versa. This also definitely needs to be the standard. Humble Games and Bounding Box had to show off Proteus early access coming this fall, and the game looks like a Doomish type game. And I'm not saying that it's bad, but it doesn't look innovating either. Meeting immediately right after that, Faye Tactics, the girl who destroyed the world, came on screen, and this is a very anime RTS type game with heavy sprites and involving CODs, and it looked really fantastic. Something that I definitely would give a try. It's very retro and it looked very Nintendo-like, and I actually enjoyed it. Project Wingman followed on that with Cardo, which was revealed, one being a RPG fighter and the other one being a top-down puzzler. I have no interest in either. But Kane did hijack the stream to show off Command & Conquer's getting a remaster, and that was that for that. Blanco's Block Party was partying its way on stream shortly after, and I still don't really know what to think about this game despite the numerous times I covered it here over at NGI. A dev interview followed afterwards where we dived in more details about the game, and I kind of listened, and I still really didn't learn anything new. It was just kind of the same information being reiterated over and over and over. The people at this point was furious in the chat. Read one comment saying he was going to sell his PC because of the crap they were showing. And I actually had a good couple of laughs for a little while after that comment. And then a lot of people kind of followed up with more trash talk about the show. Everspace 2 came on screen, and this game just looks more incredible and more incredible as the time goes on. Definitely one of the highlights of this show that they had. Really well. Ink Illuminati or Link Illuminati or something like that was shown on stream asking for money for Kickstarter funds. It was actually pretty funny, and the chat was like, what is this? Why? And yeah, we'll give you our money, and the game's not even done yet, but it was being broadcasted in the show. It had a kind of funny trailer to it and funny humor, but I think it was even more funny the fact that they were asking for money in the show for their Kickstarter, and the game's not even done yet. It's just something to think about. Total War Troy came on screen, and I completely tuned out. I have no interest in that game at all. So moving on from there, Remnant of the Ashes DLC was revealed, and it looks decent enough. However, I never actually played the game in its original. The Mafia remake was shown on screen with a new trailer. There was a disclaimer at the bottom saying it's not actual gameplay, which made me a little bit sad. It looked great, though. The graphics on top-notch settings, and the president of CEO of Hangar 13 got to go on stream and talk about how it's going to be coming to consoles and PC. Didn't really devolve into too much information, as obviously he's trying to keep it under his grips. Rogue Lords is an in-depth look where you actually play as the devil and try to accomplish your goals, and you wreak havoc and terror in its turn-based RPG. It also has heavy influence by the game of Slay of the Spire series. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Had the different combinations where you could, if you're losing, you can steal the stream because you're the devil, and you get that power because you're the devil, and you can trick people and win. It's almost like a cheat type thing, but I get the appeal. I just don't know if I'd play it. Unexplored 2, the Wayfinders Legacy rised up next, and the beta is going to be coming to the Epic Store. Don't know what I really can say about that game, as I need the trailer they showed was brief, and I don't know, it wasn't enough for me. It wasn't enough. And then Dauntless update came out, and they showed that in the show. My interest got a little peaked up. There is actually free in-game rewards if you use the code PCGaming2020 through the Dauntless infrastructure on the Epic Store or online on one of your consoles maybe. The update looks like it's going to have new boss monsters to fight, which are new armors and weapons that you can create out of killing the bosses over and over again. But it did look cool. Will I get back into it? I'm unsure at the moment. There's a lot going on. Independent PC game about exploring and survival came up afterwards, and the graphics and art style look absolutely stunning. Upon Trees will be on the Epic Store very soon, so keep your eye out for that if you're a fan of great looking games about exploring and surviving. Also, published by Xseed, you could be a witch brewing potion master and fulfill your fantasies of creating that perfect elixir and selling them to your customers for customer satisfaction, if you're into that kind of thing. Mortal Shell also brewed itself back into a shell and conquered the stream for a bit. It looks great from what we can see. I just don't know if I would play it because it looks like it's going to be one of those hard-ass Souls type games. Shadow Man. Oh man, this game had me dying. It had the chat dying. And everybody was like, is this a joke? Is this an out-of-season joke? We had Shadow Man, a 1999 cult classic, being remastered in 4K. However, it's being remastered in 4K with the old textures. And it just looks weird. It's like it's a joke, but it's not a joke because it's actually happening. It's like PS1 all over again. I might have to just play it for memes. Literally just the memes. Discussions about Killing Floor 2 came on stream with the newest update, and he also talked about Chivalry 2. He also talked about Maneater from that company. Always just talking about those three. He did hint that Killing Floor 2 will be ending soon, so we could possibly see a Killing Floor sequel like Killing Floor 3 or a different game in the company as a whole. Then there was a sizzle reel just to spice the mood up, and the chat wasn't having it. The only thing I liked about the sizzle reel was the hip hop music that followed with it, because the trailers were kind of all games that were already out already, and there was like a couple of ones that they haven't announced yet, which they're going to announce now as I keep reading them off. They spit fire 8 games in rapid succession. We had Shadow of a Doubt, a Nori-type detective game. We had The Forgotten City, another detective puzzler mystery game. We had Paradise Killer, another mystery game. But this one had a more anime feeling to it and actually stood out between all these 8 games they rapidly fired spit. I actually like the Paradise Killer one. Then there was a love journey called Haven, about an RPG about 2 lovers trying to find their way and escaping. The art style was very anime-like, and it looked like a decent good game for couples to enjoy together. And that was all was shown about that. You can also become a drug kingpin in Cartel Tycoon, where you can make the best game there is throughout all the lands, and it's a tycoon type game. So if you don't know about tycoon games, it's like you have the bird eye view, and you buy property, you place property, and you watch the game kind of play. You're like the overseer. And that's what you can do with Cartel. You can just create your cartel. Trash Sailors is another game they put between these 8 games in rapid fire. It's a game where you survive the flood with friends in this trash-filled storm weather game, and I actually like the art style, and depending on how the gameplay is, they showed briefly some moments, but it looked like you can have some fun with your friends in this game or family, and it seems worth the try, possibly. Chris Tales is an RPG that lets you experience the past, future, and present all at once, and it's very animated, and it looks like another game I want to try. It's coming to consoles, but the demo is now out on Steam, so check it out. Alaloth is a bird-eye view fantasy action RPG with unique lands and landscape. It's trying to capture the old-school Baldur's Gate and also like a old-school Diablo. Will it scratch those itches? I don't really know. There wasn't really much to go on other than the gameplay that followed behind it. Then came Devolver's Digital Weird West, another bird-eye viewed game from the creators of Dishonored and Prey. I like the story and the vibes it gives, but I'm not really sure I would play this one, which is kind of a shame because I'm a fan of Devolver's Digital with their My Friend Pedro game. They had a dev speak with an interview of this game, and he explained more of what it was about. And still, despite his information, I don't really know how to feel about this title. Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town, where your goal is pretty much the same as a Harvest Moon or the other Stories of Seasons games, and Rune Factory, and etc. You get married, you raise a farm, and you live in your village, and it's coming July 14th. I don't really have much to say about those games. I mean, I'd probably rather just play Animal Crossing. New World is Amazon's brand new MMORPG, and it was showed on stream. It comes out August 25th. It showed massive battles, PvP, PvE, and many other things. It looks pretty good, but I don't really know much about it. So I'm hoping Amazon has like a video more discussing what their MMO brings to the table in terms of MMOs. Check it out August 25th. Don't Nod Entertainment presents The Twin Mirror, which seems like a Life is Strange, Detroit Become Human type game. What you do affects the storyline of the game, and it's like a movie, but your decisions affects the outcome. I personally love these type of games. I played almost all of them, and I will be looking forward to Twin Mirror. Hell singing, slashing, doom, killing, demon, bloodlusting, all kind of craziness. Metal Hellsinger sang its way on stream, and as we've been covering this a lot at NGI, we still like the game, and it's still looking like it's going to live up to the hype that we keep seeing about it. I can't wait to kind of light up some demons with some firearms when this game is released. Hopefully they make a demo soon so I can actually give a try before it releases, and if not, well then, we'll see what happens. Dungeon of Nithloblek, the Amulet of Chaos, was also shown in the PC gaming stream. It's a turn-based RPG with a bird's eye view. I'm not really sure how I feel about this one, but it's something I'm willing to try. I just don't know when, because I don't get that feeling that I need to do it immediately. And when you don't have that feeling, it's like, well, you never get to it. And maybe I do get to it, but I just don't see me getting to it anytime soon. The next game showed boats, and you rescue people on your boat in the ocean, literally, and I had no care for that, so I just kind of tuned out. Surgeon Simulator 2 kind of redeemed the stream up a little bit. People were kind of happy because it operated its way on stream, and it looked just as fun as the original, but it broke my expectations because this sequel allows character customization. You can rip the limbs off your patients, you can replace their limbs with other things, you can take the head off, give it a new head, and you can sell his parts, and I don't know what's going on with this game, but it looks hilarious. There's co-op multiplayer now, and you can play it with your friends and sabotage your patients to try to save their life, featuring an also creation tool where you could build your own story modes, levels, and ideas in the Surgeon Simulator 2 space. It comes out also in August, so keep your eyes on that one. Hello Games brings out their newest games in the making, The Last Campfire. Its beautiful crafted atmosphere and overworld and the cute little main character, The Last Campfire seems to tackle your inner feelings. With the storytelling of Hello Games, this game could be very cute and also very interesting. One of the last couple of things we're going to be talking about here is the Escape from Tarkov update has been shown, and I watch streamers play this every once in a while, and the dev came to talk about the update, and this game isn't for me. It's not something that I'm going to be playing. Kudos to the ones that could play this game, but just not for me, so I tuned out, to be honest. Just being honest here. And the last thing we're going to talk about here in this video, and the wrap-up of PC Gaming Show 2020, was Outlast Trials. Ended the PC Gaming Show, and it looked pretty good. It probably is one of the top 10 games being showed during the showcase. If you're a fan of Outlast, you know what the horror is. There's not really a lot of action. There's more of like you running away and trying to survive, and there's jump scares and stuff. The Outlast has been doing good. The series has some recognition and some brand recognition to it, and overall, a lot of people were kind of happy to see this, but that was it, and then everybody was like, this PC Gaming Show stinks. And that is the wrap up here, so make sure you stay tuned here at NGI for all your latest gaming tech news and reviews. Smash that like, hit the subscribe, have yourself a damn good one. God bless, and peace.
What do they call you, son?
Thomas Angelo, sir.